Here we go. And without further ado, Lee Williams.
Right, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
That's good. Right, let's get cracking. Let's just hope it's loud. There we go. Right, woohoo, I'm back. They let me out again for those that were here last year. I don't know why I'm here again, but I'm here again. Those at the front row, I would have thought I've been lucky that I've got you guys at the front row. So be afraid, be very afraid. Amazon were doing a special on confetti cannons. So I've luckily got, somewhere around, I have got them. They're rigged, you know, that's why I've got this little thing, rigged any minute to go. Unfortunately, I can't stand here and do this thing. Something about Trump's just put me off the whole thing. So I have to move around and I have to click and I have to use this. So bear with me whilst I go through some of the notes because I've been up till very late writing all this. So, how was lunch? Was it good?
Yes. Really good.
Did you all have the pizza? No? Anyway, so let's get cracking. If you're wondering who this ginger nut jumping around getting all emo about video, I'm Lee, I'm a motion designer and I've been working with a very talented team that just loves to bring scamps to life through animation and engaging with you with an emotional edit. We've grown a lot since our opening shot in 2012. We've got our amazingly talented I get Holly's name wrong all of the time. We've got Holly and we've got Ruth. I don't know, I've been calling Holly Johnson for a while. Her name is not even Holly Johnson. I'm really sorry, Holly. It's because I call you Gennaro. It's because I just call you Gennaro. So, so we've grown a lot since our opening shot. And our goal is to work with you to produce video content that is engaging, delivering on our promises, working with you so that we can both be exceptionally proud at the end of it to say that we made that. So over the last year, we've done a lot from explainer videos to character animations, interviews, presentations. We've even done an exploding, roaring dinosaur. So last year's content was great. And in 2017, last year's content was great. I suppose you should have it. And we even started our own podcast. Be sure to check it out if you haven't. Now, with 2018 ahead, I'm equally excited about some of the projects that we have coming up. I can't go into them. I'm excited, but I can't. Imagine me excited. I can't go into them now. I want to, but I can't. So, but what I can go through with you is some of the brilliant, or some of the fun that the team had. And I say team because it's not just me and Holly and Ruth and Ben and Jerry at the back. It's all of us. We all get involved in making our videos. We got this camera equipment. We film the podcast. It's about content, and that's what I'll mention later. But anyway, without further ado, here's some of the stuff we did last year.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The moment in a straight line. You're going through a tight one. You keep the listen in mind. Blitzkrieg bump. The pilot in the back seat. The generates the heat. The things in the back seat. The blitzkrieg bump.
So that is some of the content that we had fun with making last year. So moving on, stats. I love a stat. There's nothing more enjoyable than learning about video stats from last year, and I've got some brilliant ones courtesy of HubSpot. If you're not working in video, hands up if you're actually producing video, or you're creating video, or you're doing anything with video. There's quite a few. There's quite a few. Yeah. We did one. I must have watched. I remember when we did that. You watched it about, was it 20 times in one room, just waiting for the that bit at the end. You know that bit. So yeah, video stats. Sorry, little personal. I don't know what that was. Video is projected to claim more than 80% of all web traffic by 2019. That's only next year. 80%. Adding a video to marketing and emails can boost click-through rates by up to 300%. I mean, emails. Embedding videos in landing pages can increase conversion rates by 80%. And 90% of customers report that product videos help them when making their purchasing decisions. I need to remember, I haven't forgot. And 80% of online marketers are currently using video content in their digital marketing strategies. So, video, it's such a numbers game. It's how many views, how many shares, likes, comments, stays, complete, clicks, pause. The list is endless. It goes on. And these numbers are important, and the team have been really working closely to track these numbers and glean the data so that when we form our strategy of how we deliver video, we take into consideration all of this so that we know and we can track where that video is going. It is the amount of data you can get from Google and is just unreal. Never underestimate that data. The data is just, that is going to form your strategy, working with Camilla. And yeah, if you can, I always wanted one of these as a kid. Slick shoes, anyway. So, never underestimate data. So with numbers in mind, I've brought three with me today, 3, 5, and 10. There's not lottery numbers or my combined age, as my son might say. My top, three emerging trends for 2018, 5 top tips for creating great video, and finally, my favourite, the top 10 viral hits of 2017, courtesy of YouTube. There's some corkers in there. There's some crazy stuff as well. So anyway, so given the appeal of video, but before we get into the 3, 5, and 10, given the appeal of video, it's the content, and this is what presents most of the problem when starting video production, is content. If you haven't got any content, you've got nothing. If you haven't got an idea, you've got nothing. And you've got to get to this point. And that's basically what the team is here, is basically to work with you to produce great, compelling content. So, with this in mind, moving into 2018, the team, me, Holly and Ruth, and Camilla and Darren, have been working together to put together our storytelling sort of like process, if you like. And so basically, the process starts, well, the storytelling is like a roadmap, sorry. It's a roadmap that you can build, and we work with you to share your content with the world. So, we have a process, and the process normally starts by asking that first question, why? I mean, everybody wants a video, but why do you want a video? What do you want your video to do? What do you want your end user to feel? Where do you want that video to go? What's the point of the video? Who are you trying to educate? You need to ask these questions before you can move on. And once you've answered those, you can then move on to ideas. You can move on to a draft, a work. You can basically go through this process that we put together. Bear in mind, I apologise, it's old brand. I didn't get a chance to redo it. But that's in working with us to basically produce one kick-ass video. When the video is complete, video goes live, we break out the popcorn and we start tracking those numbers. So that's a brief overview of our sort of storytelling guide. I can share it around. Hopefully those that you're working with me in video next year. This year, sorry. See, brain, stupid. We'll get to work with, and you can see that in closer detail. So that brings me on to the 3, 5, and 10. So these are my 3 sort of like top things, top trends for 2018. So live streaming. Live streaming is one of the most genuine ways to connect with an audience and allows for a level of personalisation that the marketing industry hasn't really ever seen. Some of the main reasons you should care about live streaming is simply due to its huge user base and its popularity. In 2016, it was an industry worth more than £21 billion, and it's just getting started. It's projected to grow, to double, to around 2021 to be around about 50 billion. Live streaming is massive. Again, it goes back to that content, but it's basically tons of social media platforms are starting to integrate live streaming, making it even easier to reach customers. Plus, I mean, I didn't know this, but people of all ages are watching and creating live streams. So, in fact, 63% of people aged, aged 18 to 34, my age bracket, are watching live streams regularly. Even older target markets like David, 35 to 54s, are creating their own live streams. Think 18 is being streamed right this moment, as you know because we've just had a little bit of pick up with it. But it's delivering that freshness, that content, that you feel like you're being involved. I kind of think of it as, you know when Die Hard's on at Christmas? You have to watch it. If it's on a terrestrial channel, you feel that urge to watch it, to be part of that social group that is on Twitter going, here's that bit, oh damn it, bye-bye hands. You know, it's being involved with a group of people that are doing the same thing. Live streaming is a little bit like that. Facebook Live reigns supreme as one of the most watched live streaming platforms on social media today. It's even started to surpass, actual fact, YouTube for live streaming content. But don't forget the other platforms like Twitter and even Instagram. Live streaming is the new wave of digital communications. It is going to take off. If you want to get ahead of the curve, now's the time to start thinking about live streaming, because they're only going to get bigger, and you need to be part of that. Next, number 2. I seem to have missed slides. Anyway, interactive video. This is a new one. Well, I say new, it's been around for a little bit of a while. So we all know that video is becoming popular and capturing user attention is becoming trickier. This is where interactive video comes in. Now, instead of a passive experience, the user you interact with the video. You select things that you want, hot spots. You might have a branching video where you can take your journey. You might be able to, see, this is basically where you get to these points, you can then pick a choice. Do you want to go here or do you want to go there? You can basically make one short video a massive Lord of the Rings saga, because you can just strap all the little bits on that you want. You basically give control of the video to the viewer. You let them dig for the content. You let them discover. And the discovery is a brilliant part of interactive video, because people then feel like, well, oh yeah, look what I can find here. Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, I want to know more about that. They don't feel like they're being marketed to. They feel like they're discovering these delights all by themselves. And that's where you go, and you've made the sale already, before you've even tried to make a sale. Social content. We have started looking very deeply into interactive videos. So moving into next year, I think we've got a couple already in the pipeline. So by the next year, we'll have a couple more demonstrations on that for you. That's if I'm, Interactive video. No, I've done that. Social content, right. Share your content with social. We all know that. But small, bite-sized chunks is great for channels such as Instagram and Twitter. Just look at Instagram stories. I love those little bite-sized. And it's so easy. You can publish. One of the biggest problems of video is publishing content. It takes so long because you've got this production. And then you go, right, and then you've got to trim it. I mean, even for my podcast. Then you've got to squeeze it. Then you've got to get it on the line. And bite-sized chunks are more fun for you to produce. They're easier, they're fresher, and you're pumping them out more often, which means that you'll get more feedback from your audience. They're getting interaction. Oh, he's on the ball, he's on the money. This brand know what they're talking about. Be good or bad. Rumours are that Instagram and Twitter are looking to start producing scripted content, similar to Netflix. Basically, Netflix is massive. We all know that. I think Netflix are going to change next year because they're kind of running out of where to go. Has anybody watching The Sinner? I always drop in last year's Sinner's a good one on Netflix. Last year was Stranger Things. Stranger Things season 2, no, that was good, wasn't it? Anyway, right. So, if the rumours are true, yes, Netflix, Instagram, and Twitter are going to start producing their scripted content. If they do that, think of the people that are going to go there. Lots more people. They're going to go, hang on. Imagine if you've got Game of Thrones on Twitter next year. Yeah? Imagine if you got, well, the rumours are that Amazon are going to buy this Premier League. Done. Go Spurs. So, yes, social content. Get on that. Bite-sized chunks. Don't forget them. So, where is I? Content. We're into my my top 5. So these are basically my top 5. I swear some slides. My top 5 things about how to create better content. Well, number 1. So, there is a heap of sales clutter on the internet that is actively and annoying and repelling your customers. You should be centered around the story and not the sale. Remember, the same rules that apply for written content marketing apply for video marketing. Concentrate on the value you're providing your customers. Make the most of the emotive power of video by appealing to your consumers' needs and hidden desires. Emotive videos for me, remember last year, are always a win. I love to see a brand make me care, Barbie, but I had no idea that I really cared about that video. Oh look, I have no desire to watch this. Oh yeah, I'm on board with this brand. I don't know what their product is, but I'm on board with the brand. And then the next time you come and get me, oh, what's this, a new shaver? Oh, I like that emotive video you did. I might just pick you up. So, emotive video. A story. Focus on your story. Don't focus on all the marketing waffle. Be different. Make it the hardest one. The best 10 seconds ever. That's what my wife says. Popped in there. 1/5 of your viewers will click away within 10 seconds or less. Short and to the point, like me. That's what the video experts are recommending. Tough, eh? My advice, get right to the point. Maybe try sparking your audience's curiosity by asking questions and using teasers to hook their attention right away. Remember, the person that's watching that video, you need to be thinking, they're asking that question. They've clicked on the link, they've clicked play. They're asking, why do you deserve 2 minutes, 3 minutes of my time? That's the viewer. You've got to make sure that you're answering that question. Because, oh, I'm watching this video because I'm going to learn how to do this. Or I'm watching this video because you're going to tell me something that I never knew before. Or I'm watching this video because I really like Lady Gaga. Whatever it is, you need to put that in there. In those first 10 seconds. Whatever it is, even if it's something a bit crazy. It doesn't matter. It's just to get that viewer's attention. And you've got to grab it. The rest, once you've got them, it works itself out. Right, this one's hard. The worst thing you can do is to make a drab, boring video. I mean, no one wants to do that, do they? I mean, they're out there. Hands up. I'm probably made a fair few. Videos that are full of marketing speak don't spread well. You've got to, what your audience... So do what your audience want you to do instead. They want to laugh. They want to feel enlightened. They want to be pulled out of their boring 9-to-5s. They're taking time out to watch your video. Make it worth it. Don't feel constrained by what's gone on before you in your industry, and don't try to emulate your competitor's stiff upper lip. You're not them. Be different. Stand out, take a chance, be funny, dare to be different. Do I get points for that one?
Very good.
Oh, I might clean up here. Right. Sorry, I've got a finger on the button. Number 4, optimise for search. I was quite staggered by this when I did a bit of research. There are plenty of tactics you can use to ensure videos are found easier in the search engines. The first thing you should do to maximise your SEO is you should actually host it on your own domain. Crazy, but it's obviously true. And enable embedding. You must remember to enable embedding because you need those shares. Okay, a lot of people just don't care where they host it, they just put it out there. Get it on your own domain. Get that traffic coming through you and make sure you embed it. Also, descriptions. Now, they're everything. Now, why? Well, descriptions allow Google search spiders to make sense of your video and understand what the content entails. You've made this great video, what? Right? Sorry. Right? You've made this great video, you need to get it out there. But you need to tell Google it's there. You need to spend the time to go through, and unfortunately it's a bit painful, you've got to go through it. So ensure that your videos are tagged with relevant keywords, descriptions, and unique titles to help get your content out there. Just remember, Google made the boxes, you just got to fill them in. Simple as that. Number 5, educate your audience. Did you know that 65% of your audience are visual learners? And one of the most powerful methods you can use for video marketing is to educate your audience. And the great thing is that education can come in so many different forms. For example, you could teach your customers how to use your product. You could teach a product or a service, useful tips that make the most of it, or you could create a webinar, or to showcase your industry knowledge. Position your brand as a thought leader and add value to consumers' lives and collect leads in the process. Video can also provide social proof of your product or service. So basically, customer testimonial videos. I don't know if anyone's like you, or like me, but basically, go to Amazon a fair old amount. And you know, eventually what Amazon will figure out, they must, or maybe they don't, is that all the good stuff on Amazon is down here. The reviews. That's the stuff you want. Why they keep putting it down there, I guess is they keep you on the page. What you want to do is put the reviews that way, because that's where we all go. How many people read reviews before you actually buy anything? You see? So tell people about your product, but don't tell them, because the trouble is they're probably not going to believe you, because you're going to say, it's great, right? It's like, I'm the shit, right? But you need to get someone else, someone that's not, and that's why you see a lot of Instagram stuff where people get, taken up by brands and they're still, oh yeah, even that's getting a bit dry. You can see that people are doing that. They stand there, Pepsi Max. So, educate your audience, customer referrals, reviews, delivery on that, and it'll work. Educate your audience. I've got another one in there. 2 for 2. Dare to be different. So there you have it. Be fun, be creative, don't be afraid to take a few risks, focus on the story, or pass on some valuable information about your product. We can't all go making wacky, daring productions, I know, but you can bring an element of risk into what you do, potentially taking your brand to areas you never may have thought possible. And I think that's kind of what it is. It's that fun, it's that engagement, and fun, engaging, having a laugh, taking risks, that is all covered to some degree somewhat in the top 10 videos that went viral in 2017, courtesy of YouTube. Now, everyone would love a video to go viral. I'm sure I'd love one. I've got a few. I don't think anyone has planned many of these next bunch, which most of them I find are utterly delightful and completely unplanned. But if you do get a chance to have a look, I'm only going to show a snippet of them. I haven't got time to go through all of them, Some of them are 10 minutes, 15 minutes long. You can if you want. So one fellow ginger chap even sneaks in there twice, or kind of, so keep an eye out for him. So, and now I need to be quicker, because this is a bit of a time situation. It's all rigged up to sound, so if I rattle on, I know I'm rattling on, but you'll see in a minute when I really rattle on. So here we go. Based on plays, shares, likes, comments, it's YouTube's big hitters from 2017. Right, in at 10. It makes me laugh every time I see it. It's Professor Robert Kelly's BBC interview that went viral after his 2 children found their way into his office. Whilst he was live on air.
Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do.
A heartwarming number 9, It's Heartfelt, a wordless animated love story between 2 college boys. A first for animation and completely funded by Kickstarter, attracting 12 million viewers in its first 72 hours. At 8, we have the history of the entire world. Well, sort of. It's basically years of science and social studies classes compressed into 20 minutes and translated for the internet era, gathering 37 million views.
Great news, the electrons have now joined in. Congratulations, the world is now a bunch of gas in space. But it's getting closer together.
Love him or hate him, Trump's at 7. A hilarious bad lip reading of Trump's inauguration. Hilarious and well worth your time. 36,000, wait for it.
Hadouken to your face. Harubababa.
Oh no, I'm off. At 6, where am I? Lady Gaga's mesmerising halftime performance at the Super Bowl. Illuminating the night sky with an amazing production. I'm a bit of a fan. Okay. It's top 5 time. Ed Sheeran makes it to the list twice. This time on his debut on James Corden's Carpool Karaoke. 41 million have tuned in to discover that Sheeran could stuff 55 Maltesers into his mouth at any one time. And he doesn't own a cell phone.
Me and my friends sat at the table doing shots, drinking fast, and then we talked slow. We took for hours and hours.
The final three. No, that's four. With 43 million proving that the art of ventriloquism isn't dead. 12-year-old Darcy Lynn's amazing performance on America's Got Talent, sending her straight through to the live shows. The final three, with just over 100 million views, it's my kid's favourite. It's 7 minutes and 16 seconds of incredible table tennis trick shots. You probably don't want to play beer pong with these dudes, okay? It just gets better. That's the gift that keeps giving, that video. He's back. Well, kind of. Ed Sheeran's Shape of You had people dancing all summer, though to nothing like this. Choreographed by Kyle Hanagami, it's awesome. I've seen it loads. And attracting a whopping 125 million views. Oh, 129.
I'm in love with your body. I'm in love with your body.
Right, watched over 200 million times. The king of viral 2017 was a masked singer in an oyster costume. A contestant on Thailand's The Masked Singer performed Until We Become Dusk. It's bonkers, yet somehow I couldn't stop watching it. Crazy, right? So that's it, but I can't end on a masked oyster man. I mean, that's just, so bizarre. But I guess that's video. It's bizarre, it delivers the unexpected. It's why I simply adore working in video. Nothing like it can bring people together to cry, share, laugh. I love what I do, and I know generally, it's just so much fun getting out there with a camera, especially with these two at the back and those two over there. And you can come in. It's just brilliant. I love it. So that's it from me. Oh no, I'll leave you with this one little bit of
And
gem.
what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children's just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. My apologies.
For the region.
My apologies. North Korea, South Korea's policy choices on North Korea have been severely limited in the last.
It gets you every time. It's like you just don't think that's coming. I've seen that so many times. It still gets me. So that's it for me. Thanks for attending. I'm just going to get a quick awkward dad dance groove on here as we head into some QAs. So, until we meet again, keep sharing, keep telling stories, keep educating, keep an eye on your numbers, but most of all, have fun making your videos, okay? Oh, and one more. Hang on. My kids will watch this anyway. Thank you for coming, and just remember, dare to be different. That's 3 in a row. That's a hurricane. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee. As I knew it would be, it's very entertaining, I think. I think you'd all agree. Does anybody have any questions that they'd like to ask Lee?
Well, not one.
Are you all like gobsmacked? No? Not one?
We normally get a font one, don't we?
A font one.
Last year we had a lot of font ones.
Did you?
This year's completely dry
No
off
font
font.
ones, okay.
Okay.
So Lee, go on.
Ooh.
I know
Oh, hang on.
It's not Mastermind.
No, sure. I can't.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Lee,
Yeah.
so tell us, you've been given a new project to work on, new video. What if a client comes to you and says, I need to give you some information. I don't know what information you need. Where do you start? What should they be giving you?
I start by asking them that question, why? If they want a video, I need to know why they need that video. And I need to know what they need that video to do. And then from that, you'll start to understand, okay, so this is our end result, this is where you want your audience to go, this is where they're coming from, this is where your end result. What do you want to tell them? Do you want to educate them? Do you want to inspire them? Do you want to make them laugh? I think they're the questions that most people don't. They come with a problem to the video, or they come with, oh, I'd like a video to do this, but they don't actually think of the other end. Because at the end of the day, they think most people think, oh, I just need a video to do this. No, think of it from the view. Turn it around. What do you want the video to do for the viewer? And then if you work it that way, you can kind of open your head up a little bit and go, oh, in actual fact, I just want them to have a laugh about something, or I want them to feel enlightened by something that we're offering, or a new service, or a new product. I want them to go somewhere, and I want them to you know, even if it's like a small bite-sized video. Sometimes you could, like I said earlier, do a teaser. Don't do a whole full-on production. Just do like a little bite-sized chunk. Tease them with little breadcrumb trail. Get them to your website, and then go, oh yeah, look at all this stuff. So even if it's something like, what is this? This is bonkers. I can't believe this company made this. It's quite interesting. I'm enjoying watching this. Oh, I'm going to go and have a look. Look, take that ping pong stuff. Absolutely crazy. Look at the stuff that IKEA do. Or everybody, Marmite, they make videos that aren't really about the product. They really are a little bit to a degree. There's always something in there, like that Pepsi one. It's great. It's got people getting excited. I think that's the thing. People want to be excited. They want to go somewhere, and they want to enjoy what they're watching. And then the best thing is that knowledge thing. Is that when you can go, there's nothing better than, like, if you've got a bit of fascinating information that you just can't hold on to. You've got like the Red Wedding of Game of Thrones. You've got to tell people about it. You haven't seen Game of Thrones, have you? David doesn't watch Game of Thrones. Oh, isn't it? David.
How many people do? See, there's a lot of people need educating.
There is a lot of people.
It's not just me.
I've fallen on my sword. So anyway, PUBG. We've already got no PUBG players in it. But yeah, for me, I think it's the thing is that you can pass on that information, and that's the key thing. There's nothing better than watching a video. Have you seen this? And someone goes, wow, what's that? That's really nice. Me and Darren had it the other day with IKEA, and the ad where they pee on it. You know, it's just like, they're not doing this. Are they doing this? And then you work, oh yeah. And you reverse it back in your head and go, do you know what? I really like that. And I like the fact that you've made my brain work. And even better, I like the fact that I've been able to figure it out, which then makes me look, yay. So, long-winded answer, I'm sorry.
Oh, there is a question. There's a question at the back there.
I've got a question at the back.
Could you give a bit more guidance on length?
Length. How long we got?
Is he the right man to answer that?
Oh.
You mentioned the 10 seconds, and I get that. The first thing I do when I look at the video is how much of my time do they want? And I will judge whether I'm going to
Yeah.
the video or not. So,
Well, you've got your 10 seconds. Get your 10 seconds in. Get them the bite size. Once you've got them, roughly, we try to work at around about a minute to a minute and a half. Anything over that, and you're getting into sort of, and depending on where you're going to put, because you can plan it out, and you can use the data. You can look at videos of a similar nature, and you can say, right, most people are watching to about this, and then there's this massive drop-off. So then you can sort of say, right, well, you be clever about it. You know that people might not get to the end, so you don't put all the good stuff to the end. You drip feed it out. So if there's a really particular piece of information that someone's like, do you know what, I need to know about that, they're going to click off and go to your website. That's why live streaming is so cool, because people can feel they can. Oh, I'm watching this live stream, and I'm googling, and I'm doing all this. They can be. It's the way that you can just do so many different things whilst you feel like, yeah, I'm in this. It's like the Die Hard scenario. You're watching Die Hard, but I'm on Twitter and I'm on Amazon, but you still feel part of that connected world. Sorry, I've got off track. A minute and a half, like I say, and then stagger where you're going to put your call to actions and all those jazzy bits, and then you should be good. But it depends on the content. Content is king. I hate saying.
is there any value in, if they want more, you offer a second video with more detail, which might be 5 or 10 minutes?
Oh yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We did something for Circuit where we just like bite-sized chunks, nuggets of the new circuit training, and we just did a little. We kept them really small, and the idea is that don't go into mass detail, because mass detail just bores people. You know, sometimes it's that act of discovery. You know, you look at the IKEA instructions. There's not like 1,000 paragraph of insert. It's just a little dude going with a screwdriver. You know, don't overcomplicate it. So, yeah, it's kind of that way of thinking. So, sorry, I got wayward.
That's helpful, thank you.
No, I don't feel I've answered your question well enough. What was it? What was the other? Sorry, what was the
question?
What was the back?
Whether you do a supportive second
Yes.
video optional.
Yes, interactive would work with you, yeah, because basically then you've got your bite-sized chunk, you hook them into your website, and then on your YouTube channel, or wherever you've got your videos hosted, you've got a whole That's where your video suite is. And it's about getting them in there. Once you get them in the door, and however way you get them in the door. Look at Carl Hanagami. He's choreographed so many dance videos. I know it's not relevant to you guys much, but I went in there and I'm thinking, okay, so this is the top 2. I've gone in, all right, Carl Hanagami, who is this chap? Already, I'm going through that act of discovery. I'm learning. I'm like, oh, and I like that, because learning's cool. So now I'm going through all this, and I think, oh, look at the wealth of work that he's done. It's amazing. And that's what you need to do, or we all need to do, to be fair, is that you get people to your channel and you go, wow, look at all this stuff they've done. Be it reviews, be it products, and that's when you've got them there, you can afford to take more of those waffly marketing videos. We all need them. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can't do them. You need to do them. Because there's always going to be someone that goes, well, I need a video that tells me exactly what this product does in detail so that I can pass it around to people and they can figure it out. So yeah, 1.5 minutes, and then do the big ones. Interactive would work great with you, because then your world's your oyster. You can let them dig, and at the same time, they're discovering your content without them even knowing it. So yeah.
Can I have a quick second question?
Yeah, shoot.
Vimeo or YouTube?
See, I love Vimeo for its artistic and its kudosy sort of. It's kind of like Vimeo's like, we're Vimeo. That's to me how I always see Vimeo. YouTube's kind of like YouTube, you know. But that's where everyone goes. YouTube. You know, so to be fair, you've kind of got your creative, moody pieces, your cinematic pieces, Vimeo, because they just look better, I think. But for the content, for the wealth, for all of it, 100% of it all, to be fair, it'd all go on there anyway. Maybe you have 2, you know, it doesn't hurt. But over time, you'll figure out which one's getting the more traffic. And then you can say, right, do you know what? We need to promote the YouTube channel. Given that YouTube do all they do, their live stream and everything like that, if you're getting people to your site or to your channel, you probably want to go down one avenue, because if you start filtering off, you know, you might get more leads in, but if you've got a steady stream of people coming to that channel, you want to make sure this is where your channel goes. This is where all my content's live. So that's why I say I hate a pain to say it. It's probably YouTube.
All right. Any more? Okay. One final question. Quick answer. One video on YouTube that you think everybody should see?
Well, I've done the top.
Which one from the top 10 then?
No, not from the top 10. Well, to be fair, it's not really a video. Oh, there's Jaffa Case down here. There's not really. If you're going to go to YouTube, it's not really, because I don't. As much as the whole reason I love, short answer. The much reason that I love video is because I love what I do, but I love to make film, and that's what got me into it. So Star Wars, Raise the Lost Ark. You know, there was no Star Wars this year. Next year, maybe. So, you know, but for me, one of the pieces that I saw that I really sort of loved and took me back was Paperman by Disney, and the follow-up about a dog. I can't remember the name of the video now. So if you haven't seen Paperman, it's a little animated short that went before Wreck-It Ralph. That's just delightful. It's just old school animation style. Very much if you played Cuphead, it's a little bit like Cuphead. It's all done in computers as well. I didn't know. You look at it and think, this is old Snow White way. Yeah, right? No, it's all done in computers. I was like, oh. So, yeah, it's probably not the B2B answer, but, you know.
It's okay.
It's the...
Paperman. Anyway, thank you very much, Lee.
Thank you.